Lug nuts, precious lug nuts! Greetings, I'm Solidus-Skully and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts 2, where it seems Ansem's machine is basically giving all the heartless and nobodies a feast and a grist for the mill. But, yeah, part of the reason why nobodies and heartless are so monstrous is that despite how many hearts they consume, they can never truly have a heart of their own. So, yeah, just a little bit of tragedy regarding the nobodies and the heartless.
Riku! Riku!
Wow!
Riku!
Ansem did say anything could happen.
Riku, you gonna take that off?
Oh.
What was that?
His eyes couldn't lie.
Lie? And just who were you trying to fool? Huh?
Myself.
Riku, come on, man. Why did you try to do so much on your own? You've got friends, like us.
Have you forgotten? I'll tell you why. Because I'm not a total sap like you.
Say that again. What should we do, Riku?
We must defeat Xemnas. He's the organization's last survivor.
Right.
Come on.
And so, there we have it. Riku's back to normal, Ansem is seemingly dead. And yeah, it's time for one last charge of the Dark and Light Brigade. And yeah, Riku, as you didn't see, because I had 96 had all these dark side abilities, is that yeah, Riku is one of the more useful party members, only for this world, sadly, but yeah, again, he has a Dark Shield which can be used to protect you, and he also has like this Dark Faraga ability which he'll use to, you know, blast your enemies into submission. So, again, Riku is quite useful, and you do have a limit break for this world, although the limit break itself is actually one of the weaker aspects, as I believe I'll be showing off shortly. Here we go. Yeah, I mean, the initial one is fine, but the damage output is a little bit, well, kind of a little bit pitched. I don't know if that's to do with maybe the fact that I'm using the Kingdom Key, and, you know, maybe some other Keyblades would have more damaging outputs, but yeah, look at this. Their Keyblades form into a nice powerful sword. The Dick Blade, because they're gay, teehee. But no, on a serious note, this is one of the attacks that actually does continue to get development later on in the series, because, yeah, Dream Drop Distance will do something with this, with that, Kingdom Hearts 3 will do something with that attack, and, again, in terms of two friends unifying to, you know, again, the whole two become one kind of thing, yeah, it's cool, it's got symbolism, power of friendship, yeehaw, woohoo, and yeah. There we go, that's the ticker. But yeah, following this part on is basically, well again, reconciling the whole what measure is a nobody thing that Xemnas is going to bring up a little bit later on. But again, I already talked about that at length, you know, in the previous parts, so nothing really new to say there. Another part I'm going to be talking about is also Maleficent and Pete, who we're going to be seeing a little bit later on. Yeah, they wanted to take this castle for themselves, as Maleficent said earlier on, which, yeah, the rest of the series would never really highlight, because in terms of, you know, the Maleficent timeline, if we're to take future games into consideration, Again, this is the point where she's come back from the Union Cross days, has knowledge of the future, and at this point in time is basically trying to not only look for things like the Datascape, which, again, Kingdom Hearts coded covers, but in turn she's also looking for a little black box. What that is, well, we'll just have to find out later. But yeah, she never takes over the organization's stronghold, and unless maybe Kingdom Hearts 4 does something with it, but I sincerely doubt it. Yeah, Maleficent is basically just doing the same thing she always does. It bops about going, "Ah yes, I'm totally a serious threat," even though all these anime villains are doing a fuckload more than me and my relevance ended in Kingdom Hearts 1 with the dissolution of the Disney League of Evil. But again, I suppose a lot of my thoughts on what Maleficent's really doing around this part is really going to hinge upon what Kingdom Hearts 4 does with her. Because, I mean, at this point, and again, even in that case, it's still going to hinge upon a lot of Maleficent's just sort of standing around going, "Should we do something? We should do something." So again, it's just kind of is what it is at this point. By the way, I do love the visual detail of what, again, this area does to illustrate what happened in Kingdom Hearts. Again, it was all white and grey and very clinical. Now that the hearts have been released, yeah. This place got a nice splash of colour, intertwining hearts with darkness, and again, it makes for a very intriguing colour palette. It adds life to this wretched realm. Well, wretched, it's more just kind of lifeless and sterile. So, are we going to love it, or are we going to list it? Because Maleficent wants to buy this property. Should I stay, or should I go? God, I've been watching too many fucking housing programs on television lately. But anyway, yeah, this is pretty much also your opportunity to bop about, get some treasure chests, and collect puzzle pieces, which is primarily why this segment is as long-winded as it is. So, time for trivia. I don't have much of anything here. Well, I do have one thing, actually. Hidden inside the files of Kingdom Hearts 2 is actually Sora's Kingdom Hearts 1 beta model, which you're going to be seeing right here. It isn't the model he had in Kingdom Hearts 1, but it is one that they used for a lot of the early trailers. I guess it was... I'm not really too sure what this is. It's not more detailed than what his Kingdom Hearts 1 model was, but it looks more like a... It looks more like a halfway step between the PlayStation 1 and Dreamcast, so... It does make me wonder, because, I mean, Kingdom Hearts 1 was conceptualized back in 1999 when Tetsuya Nomura started writing for the series. So I do have to wonder, maybe it was possibly planned for a late PlayStation 1 release? Which, I mean, would explain a few things as to why, you know, a few elements feel very default face and Final Fantasy in that regard, but, I don't know. Either way, I mean, that's just an oddity, because, I mean, they never used the beta model at any point, and, I mean, even if that was to be used as, like, an LOD or something, then wouldn't they have just, you know, had a much lower poly version rather than just using that? Whatever, it's all just sort of curiosity to me. I guess maybe they possibly used it as a test model, maybe for just testing basic hit reactions and stuff like that, because some games do actually do that. Like, I mean, again, if you watch, like, well, again, one example that immediately comes to mind, actually, is when they were testing the racing physics for Jak X Combat Racing, they used the model from Jak 3 as opposed to the redesign that eventually used for that game, so, yeah. Game development is a weird and funny thing, but again, I guess if you got the assets, fuck it, might as well put them to use, even if you never see them in the game. Sadly.
Sora! Riku!
There's gonna be no end to this.
Together we can stop them.
Be gone from here. Leave these creatures to us.
But there's no way we could take them all.
I will be sending them after Xemnas. Or perhaps you would rather fight them yourself.
Frankly, my dear, I'd rather run.
Off with you then.
Well, if it ain't the Boat Boy King.
Time to weigh anchor, Captain Pete.
What, like abandoned ship? I don't think so.
Sora, your majesty, do not forget, when I've destroyed them all, this castle shall be mine!
Now looky here. Opportunities like this don't come along every day, you know. Bring 'em on!
We gotta hurry.
But
They're doing what their hearts command. We can't interfere.
Yes, walk away, epic music, whoopee, while Maleficent and Pete just do a thing. But yeah, this is the cutscene I was talking about, where people tend to get a little bit up in arms about Sora's like, yeah, you're a nobody, you didn't have any feelings, yeah. Again, the series does delve more into nobodies, and we'll see the true machinations later, but Xemnas is not to be trusted, may I remind you.
Oh, my kingdom hearts. Ruined. No. I'll have to start all over again. Warriors of the Keyblade, go forth and bring me more hearts.
no!
Denizens of light, answer this. Why do you hate the darkness?
Huh, we don't hate it. It's just kinda scary. But the world's made of light and darkness. You can't have one without the other, 'cause darkness is half of everything. Sorta makes you wonder why we are scared of the dark.
It's because of who's lurking inside it.
Then allow me another question. You accept darkness, yet choose to live in the light. So why is it that you loathe us who teeter on the edge of nothing? We who were turned away by both light and dark, never given a choice.
That's simple. It's because you mess up our world.
That may be. However, what other choice might we have had?
Just give it a rest. You're nobodies. You don't even exist. You're not sad about anything.
Very good. You don't miss a thing. I cannot feel sorrow. No matter what misery befalls the worlds, no matter what you think, what you feel, or how you exist.
Guys!
And so we begin one of my favourite organization battles in the entire series, and honestly one of my favourite boss fights in Kingdom Hearts as a whole. As for Xemnas' moveset, again, if you will remember back in Kingdom Hearts 1 with the secret boss fight against the Superior, very similar moveset, albeit one not quite as annoying. Again, he has the command lock thing, where you basically need to trigger the reaction command of running out the building here, but at the same time though, it's fair. So again, we pretty much emulate Riku, running out the building, going dun 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 dun. And again, you get a reaction command here, which actually does something that I wish the game did a little bit more of. Again, if you wait a little bit longer, you actually get more powerful attacks to take Xemnas down, depending on what you choose. If you're a little bit too early on the command, then you pretty much miss and you don't get any attacks, but you're also not penalized with damage. But again, if you wait just long enough and hit it at the right moment in order to get the maximum damage output, it is glorious, and we will be seeing it, so yeah. But I mean, apart from that though, Xemnas is still pretty much the same beast that he was before. He has two lightsabers that he will use to pretty much do his ballet, acrobatic, you know, slash down or slashy slash shield attack thing. Again, he'll block your attacks, he'll lock your commands, and again, it's just a really fun boss fight, and it's also really enhanced both with his music as well as the trippy esoteric theming going on. I mean, we have the memory skyscraper that we saw, you know, all the way back down on the ground from the alien spaceship, but likewise we also have, again, the city itself being very distorted and hazy, and, well, again, it creates a very uncomfortable atmosphere that what we're seeing isn't entirely real and it doesn't exist. And, yeah, that's about all she wrote, really. I just really enjoyed this boss fight. It's quite fun. And, again, I don't know if it was the secret boss in Kingdom Hearts 1 that really prepared me for a lot of Xemnas' attacks, but again, like, I got used to a lot more of his tells. Well, more or less. I mean, again, I am still getting hit, obviously, but again, like, I feel like I've gotten a lot better at predicting his attacks, because again, he'll usually bop up a shield, start doing a little slash attack, and again, that's your opportunity to hit him, and he's like, what? He actually knows how to competently block? What is this? Why am I turning Xemnas into Barry Burden? Sora. But, anyway, I believe you get the secondary, run up the building and give him a little slash attack when he... Oh no, I thought it was only when he got to low health, but, maybe I was mistaken. Anyway, just approach the building and, yeah, your health is draining, albeit much slower than it otherwise would've, so, yeah, stay on your guard. But anyway, now we're gonna see it in action. Here we go! And here's your window of opportunity. Just wait for a bit. There we go! Yes! Oh, that is delicious. Mmm. Beautiful. And now Xemnas is down for the count, and now... let's finish him off. I do kind of wish the boss fight finished there when you hit the finish attack, but... I don't know. Yeah, this is still pretty good enough, and again, still one of my favorite organization boss fights of all time.
Sora! Where are you?
Sora! Answer me!
You're okay!
Where's Xemnas?
Hear me, Kingdom Hearts. It seems we must begin anew. Ah, but know this. I will give to you as many hearts as it takes. Mark my words. You can no more be complete without me than I without you. Heed me, Kingdom Hearts. Lend me your power so that we may be complete. The power to erase the fools that hinder us.
Xemnas! No!
Hearts quivering with hatred.
Xemnas! Don't!
Hearts burning with rage.
You never win!
Hearts scarred by envy. That fool Ansem said the heart's true nature was beyond his understanding. But it's not beyond mine. Hearts are the source of all power.
Xemnas! You can't hide from us!
We're not gonna let him get away now!
Look at that!
What's going on?
Kingdom Hearts.
Let's go. Xemnas must be inside.
The worlds gave us this doorway. They want us to be the guardians of their destiny.
Once we go through, there's no turning back. It's victory or oblivion. So, Sora, are you ready?
So, here we are, the point of no return. However, we're not quite done yet. Again, we do still have a few final parts with Xemnas, obviously, and we are going to be finishing the game, but something is calling us. A place from far away is calling us back to the Badlands. The place where evil was found, and a graveyard of the Keyblades. So yeah, we have one last bit of cleanup to do, but after that we're finishing the game good and proper. So, next time on Kingdom Hearts 2, we will be taking on the Lingering Will. Catch you dudes and dudettes next time, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.